So, again, back again. So, 235 to 288. So, I'm sort of consider this partway through some of it, not, even though you get one part of it, which is sort of like the sort of like 7 like waterways, 7 rivers sort of story completed. I am still including this with sort of like the other part, which is what we are in now, which is our Prison Break. But on that in a sec, because I'm gonna hold them up. But a Prison Break. So, I watched the first part, and I said that in the last video. I said I watched a bit of it, and it was getting interesting. And each arc gets better. Like, it's like, this arc is better than the last 2 arcs, and they keep getting better. So, what happens in that is that you get twist. You get good guys turning bad, bad guys turning good, and the one thing, it's done right. I know a lot of films have twist villains, but it is done right. The way that they twist it is like interesting to the story without being like, why? Yeah, I didn't see it coming, and I don't think I ever will. I don't think I'll go back to the episode and be like, oh, like, why did I see this before? But how it is done, in my opinion, I think it's done as interesting and creative. And it just feels like a gut punch, which I feel like it's meant to. I feel like the way it's done is meant to. The one thing which I like is when they're revealing who the other person is, which I'm not going to say who. I'm going to leave that for a bit. Is in a way that you can sort of like figure it out at a certain point. Not specifically, there's a specific point where they do a sort of interrogation, and you can figure it out. Like, you can. Theoretically. And it's like, it's in a way that's like, oh, I didn't see that, but ooh. So when I'm like, wait, they're not going to, they're not, they are, I was like, oh, yes. And now onto the fun part, the Prison Break. So they're having this whole thing alongside sort of like a train heist, which again, I like heists, which is like why Persona 5 or like Master of Stuff is my favorite games. This stuff is awesome. Again, I just find it interesting of that sort of like, here is the set, and it's not like huge space, it's not like really big, really spacious. You don't get, here's the 900 square feet. Because if you know trains, they're not the biggest thing in the world. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but sorry, spoilers, there's a train. But that just keeps getting better while you get like this really interesting like fortress with someone inside and you have to get them out. It's basically a Prison Break, which I said I love. Like, if you watch the last episode, you heard I like prison breaks. I have it as a prison break. Essentially, it's not prison, but it's basically this person is essentially arrested, or more specifically, on the way to jail. So this is the closest bit, unless there's another jailbreak series. Again, I love jailbreaks, and the fact that they're like, ooh, how do we get in and get sort of like how do we get her out? That I absolutely love. It's like really creative, like, and yes, you get fights. The show's gonna have fights, I'm fine with that. But the way that they like, oh, we do this, and then we do that, and then we do this, and then we do that, is just clever. So yeah, that was, again, I don't need to say it because everyone here has already watched it. It is amazing.